This email has no name, but here's what No Name writes. This happened in Brasstown, North Carolina in 1986. I was 15 and staying at my grandparents' place. They lived in the sticks and they had no neighbors close by. The woods circled my grandparents' trailer about 8 miles in every direction. As an adult looking back in hindsight, I can say it was really beautiful. And being that far back in the woods, we, being non-hair humans, were not in our element. We were only guest actors in Mother Nature's stage. I always played in the woods. My grandfather taught me how to carry and use a gun when I was 10 years old. He never let me leave the house without protection. I've always wondered if my grandpa knew about these beings that dwell in the woods, and if that was the real reason he taught me how to use and carry a gun at such an early age. I once wrote a comment in response to a YouTube video that really got me angry. I edited it at the time, and I wrote it because I wasn't nice. It was making fun of the notion of Bigfoot and the people with the courage to report their encounters, and that's why people won't step forward about what they have seen and what it did to them mentally. It's not a joke when you're staring down a monster and you're the poor bastard who's just stumbled into the domain of a predator. When suddenly everything becomes primal and your gut reaction is to either fight or flight. And that gun that you've brought for protection, it most likely will only piss it off before it charges you. It had a massive chest, and judging by the size of its head and hands, it was a fit specimen that reminded me of those barrel-chested men you see on those tough man challenges, except this thing was 4 times as big, and if it didn't duck its head, it would have clocked it on a tree limb. It had shiny hair that seemed unusually well-groomed. More than anything else, I was fascinated by its face. It had a wide jawline and a mouth set lower than a human, with a wide gap between its nose and top lip. I would compare its brow to a Neanderthal, except a little more evolved, and it didn't protrude as far. Its hairless face was framed by a beard, and I could understand someone not wanting to shoot at it because of the human characteristics. I could sense intelligence, but when we made eye contact, there was a feeling of something sinister, like nothing in the realm of goodness. Have you ever walked into a room of people you don't get along with? Nobody says anything nice. They just stop talking and look right through you. It was humbling times 10. It instantly put my world into perspective and crushed my soul. This monster made me feel like a shell of a man. There was nothing more to it than prey. The beast stared me down with its greenish-red eyes, letting me know who the boss was in our standoff. It was unreal to me to see something so gigantic be so agile. It walked with no jerk to its step, and its head did not bob up or down. Its attitude was all, "Hey, you're lucky to be alive, you punk human," for lack of a better word. It took the 15-year-old boy right out of me. Other people like me have had similar encounters and won't say a word to anybody, partly because we don't want to be laughed at. I don't know which screws you up more mentally, the encounter or the doubters that hang labels on you. There are a lot of fake videos on the internet, and to those uploading them, I would say please don't insult my intelligence by claiming these staged clips are real. They always miss the mark by about 4 feet or 500 pounds. In my 30-plus years of digging into this topic with all the cover-ups, the lies, and the truths that would blow the average person's mind away, it's just another day at the office to me. I've read thousands of testimonials and stored thousands of pictures and videos. That day, the gun and I were both useless in every sense of the word. To those who want to find a Bigfoot, I would say, don't even try. To those that have, I'm sorry, and I mean that.